Hello YouTube! Size17 here, but you can just call me Travis. And welcome back for another collection update. Nothing to tell you before we get started, so let's just jump into that. In the background, we are listening to Your Worst Nightmare by the band Horrific. This is the lone release by the band Horrific. It's the solo project by Slasher Dave, who you may know from Acid Witch. This album freaking rules. I hope someday something else comes from this project because it's awesome. It's like a cool death thrash 80s themed kind of thing. Just awesome stuff. If you like the soloing that is present in the first two Acid Witch full-length albums, you'll be into this release. Yeah. Alright, first up, 2018 release. Obviously, I had to start with this one, and that's Judas Priest with Firepower. Wow, people are pumped up about this album, and for good reason. I'll admit that you know, I was gonna wait until it came out. I was gonna listen to it, and then I was gonna decide whether I was gonna buy it. But just like all day on Friday, the hype that I was seeing for this album, pretty much, I'm speaking mostly of just seeing on Instagram, but just people were hyped. So all throughout the day, I almost bought it, and I don't know what was keeping me at bay. But by the time I got home, ordered it on Amazon so I could get the digital tracks, and I'm along with everyone else. This is a good album. You know, my expectations, you know, I wouldn't say they were low, but they weren't very high. The three singles that have been released prior to it coming out, Lightning Strikes and the Firepower, the title track, those are the first two. You know, I liked those songs. I thought they were good. But at the same time, I worried that they would be the strongest tracks on the album. And then they released Never the Heroes, and I don't know, I wasn't really into that song at all. So I was even more so worried. But man, my worries were abated. I wouldn't say immediately, because the first two songs on the album, and what's Never the Heroes, number 4. So 3 of the first 4 songs are the singles. But damn, this album's good. The Firepower and Lightning Strikes, good songs. Still not my favorite songs. They're more towards the middle. Flamethrower, that one's a freaking ripper. I love that song. Rising from Ruins, that's another one that's really great. Actually has like a little intro track right before it called Guardians. It's you know, a lot of piano on that one. Kind of has a sort of aching track to the Hellion, Electric Eye, that kind of thing. But instead of being you know, a rocker, this one's more like a anthem ballad kind of thing, sort of maybe like Take These Chains, that kind of a song. But anyway, Rising from Ruins, that one's great. Spectre, another great one. Trader's Gate and No Surrender, like pretty much once we get to track 7, Guardians, through No Surrender, all those songs are awesome. I will say the last 2 tracks, Lone Wolf and Sea of Red, not into those ones. If I had, because I would say this album's maybe, if I had to say a negative about it, it's a little over long. It's, you know, about 2 minutes short of an hour, so maybe a little too long. But if you cut out, for me personally, if you cut out Never the Heroes, Lone Wolf, and See the Red, the album ends up being like, I don't know, 42, 43 minutes, and I feel like that would have been perfect. But you know, that's just my opinion. I've seen people who say they like the song Never the Heroes and also the Lone Wolf song. I have seen sort of general non-appreciation of Sea of Red, but whatever. But anyway, anyone who's on the fence on this one, definitely check it out. My expectations were blown out of the water. Yeah, really happy with this one. You know, if you are if you're into the sort of the albums that came out starting with Screaming for Vengeance up through Painkiller, if you like that era of Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, I really think that you'll be into this album. I really think, I mean, obviously it's not, you know, my favorite album by them ever, but I think it's a really strong release. I really do. Top 30, definitely possible. Don't see any reason why not. Yeah, it's just the riffs are great, catchy. Soloing is solid. I wish the solo was a little better, but you know, no complaints there really. Halford sounds great at what, 66 years old, I think I looked up. To be honest, I don't really care who wrote or played on this album, because it rocks regardless. So yeah, like I said, if you're on the fence and checking this one out, I highly recommend that you do, because I think you probably won't be disappointed. And yeah, Firepower, Judas Priest. Didn't really show the inside of the booklet. It's just, I can show it real quick, because it's just lyrics and stuff. Yeah, Firepower, Judas Priest. Check it out. I really think that you'll probably like it. Alright, next up, I've got a cassette here. This is another 2018 release. This is the debut release from a black metal band, atmospheric style. This is Glacium with their debut release, Elegies of the Freezing Sky. Elegies to the Freezing Sky. This is a release on Witch Cult Records. I think it's a cassette-only label. I think they're from Georgia, maybe? Limited to 20 copies. Also available with a pin, which I decided to get. Pins are limited to 10 copies. I'll link to the Bandcamp. Everything will be linked to. Here's the J card. Yeah, you know, this isn't anything super crazy. It's a one-man project, I think, from Wisconsin. I think I saw that. Here's our song titles. And some information and thanks. Yeah, atmospheric black metal. The vocals are super cavernous. I think actually probably the vocals are my favorite thing. They sound super good. Yeah, like I said, super cavernous. Yeah, you know, music-wise, you know, it's your pretty typical atmospheric black metal. I don't think it's anything that's super standout, but it's enjoyable enough. And yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're into that kind of thing. Glacium, Elegies to the Freezing Sky. Alright, next up, another cassette here. This is a 3-track EP that was released late last year. This is Freeways with Cold Front. This is a band that kind of plays like a new wave of British heavy metal, classic rock style, and we'll get into that classic rock genre tag in a moment here. I have a question for all of you. This is a band that was sort of on my radar, but never really checked it out. But then Leo from Too Much Metal is Barely Enough. This album made his top EPs of 2017, so I finally decided to check it out, specifically because Leo kind of gave it a Thin Lizzy sound-alike mention, and he is so right. Thin Lizzy, love Thin Lizzy, top 5 favorite band. Thin Lizzy is amazing. This band does an amazing job. I don't know if they're trying to sound like Thin Lizzy or not, but they do. Specifically on the title track here, Cold Front, the riffs, the leads, not necessarily the vocals in the way they sound, but the way the vocal patterns that the singer uses, it just sounds like a Thin Lizzy song. So yeah, the other songs have that kind of sound too, but the title track, whew, that's a Thin Lizzy track. I'm really hoping that I get a full-length album from these guys soon, because 3 tracks is not quite enough to satiate me. Lyrics on the inside. These guys are out of Canada, Ontario, I think. But yeah, I don't know if, obviously I'd love to get a release this year, but maybe early 2019, that'd be cool too. It comes in this white tape. I think the tape, at least on the Bandcamp, the tapes are sold out now. But I think there was one 7-inch left. So if you're interested, jump at it soon. Yeah, super excited to see where these guys go from here, because this release is super good. Released on Heavy Chains Records and Tapes, which I think is Australian label. Yeah, Freeways, Cold Front. Yeah, definitely check out these guys. All right, next up, Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so recently, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago now, I started following Vanessa Nocera on Instagram. Several, involved in Razorback Records and Evilspeak Magazine, and lots of awesome Razorback record bands and stuff like that. Anyway, discovered that Evilspeak Magazine had like a big cartel or whatever, and saw they had awesome horror movie t-shirts, and I ordered this one immediately, Paul Nashi, and knew I was going to come back and order some more stuff later. And saw on Instagram she posted something like 20 to 25% off, I can't remember which one it was, off everything. And so I was like, damn, gotta go and put it in order, and that I did. So yeah, came with some stickers. And actually an advertisement for, I don't know why I was going to say that. And in this Scaremaker card thing. Anyway, so ordered a bunch of stuff. They threw in this awesome tape. This is Vaultwraith with Undead Warlock promo 2017. This is a new band which features Vanessa Nocera on vocals. As usual, her vocals destroy everything. Comes on this black tape. Yeah, this was a band that was sort of on my radar. They had released a full-length album sometime last year. And never got around to listening to it, but wanted to, and it was on the ever-long list of things to listen to. But yeah, this one, listen to this, awesome. So I will definitely be picking up the full length sometime soon. This is kind of like a cool mix between like death metal and like a traditional heavy metal sound. It's very riffy, has cool leads and solos and stuff that have sort of a very heavy metal vibe to them. It's definitely death metal, but definitely has that cool mixture of the two genres. This is sort of like a compilation. The first 2 tracks are from a split with Nunslaughter, and then tracks 3 through 5 are from the Wrath of the Wraith demo. Yeah, this is awesome stuff. Definitely, I'm excited to check out the full length because I was pleasantly surprised with how good this was. Not that I don't love pretty much everything that Vanessa Nocera does, but I wasn't quite expecting it to be this awesome. So, and this was actually, like I said, thrown into me for free. So, good job marketing, because I'm gonna buy some more stuff from you. So yeah, this is all the stuff that I ordered. Actually, I'll show the t-shirts first. I decided to order a couple t-shirts. This one is another Paul Nashi one. This is The Night of the Werewolf. This is one of the several movies where Paul Nashi played the werewolf, Valdemar Daninsky. In this particular one, he is resurrected along with Countess Bathory, who's sort of like a vampire in this movie. So yeah, this one's awesome and definitely worth your time. And then also, I decided to pick up this awesome wooden stake, a Feast of Virgin Souls t-shirt. The coloration is a tad bit different than the album art, but doesn't matter. Still cool, and this is actually probably my favorite wooden stake album. Big wooden stake fan, as we will see coming up here. Alright, then let's get into the other stuff that I ordered from Evilspeak Magazine, which obviously I will leave a link to below. Yeah. Decided to fill up some discography stuff that I didn't have, so first up, I decided to pick up this compilation release from the band Scaremaker. This release is called Grim Reaping. Scaremaker is an awesome death metal band with some thrashy tendencies. Vanessa Nocera on vocals. Her vocals, like I said, just destroy everything on this one. This is a compilation. It has actually 3 new tracks on it. And then, actually, I guess it's more like 6 new tracks. 3 tracks in the typical Scaremaker style. 3 tracks that are from, what is it? The Burning Inquisition demo or something like that. And then 3 tracks that are sort of like instrumental, horror, creepy style stuff, which is pretty cool. Actually, the Desolate one, the closing one, because the instrumentals are the first track in between separating the two compilation pieces, and then the final track. But the last one, yeah, the Desolate one, I really like that one a lot. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Scaremaker, if you've never listened to them, what's their only full-length album, What Evil They Have Summoned or something like that. A great album. Definitely recommend checking that one out. This material's, you know, right up there, just as good. Really like it. Scaremaker, Grim Reaping. And then, yeah, to kind of pick up, I decided I wanted to fill out my wooden stake collection, so I bought everything that they had, which actually only ended up being, other than the t-shirt, being 2 releases. This first one is At the Stroke of Midnight. It's actually another compilation release. This has everything on it. Everything on here is everything that they released other than the 2 full-length albums. This project, at least at this point, was Vanessa Nocera and Wayne Sarantopoulos, or Electrocutioner, as he is also known. Yeah, great material. Love Wooden Stake. Doom metal band, definitely more on the traditional side. Vanessa Nocera showing off her harsh vocals along with her clean vocals, which I really love her clean vocals, because they have this sort of like this dual trance-like factor to them, because not only is like her tone sort of like she's in a trance, sort of. I don't know how to really explain what I mean, but like it sort of sounds like she's in trance, but also just the tone and the way she sings also sort of is like trance-like for the listener. Anyway, sounds super good. Actually, I'll sidestep for a second on that topic of trance-like vocals. A band recently that was suggested to me by Cultland here on YouTube, more like sludge doom metal band. They just released their EP. The band's called Nod, and the album's called Mountain Void. Yeah, super cool stuff. Similarly, the singer in that band has the same kind of trance-like vocals, which I really like. Her harsh vocals are also pretty cool. I'll leave a link to that band too, because it's definitely worth checking out. But yeah, anyway, back to Wooden Stake. Very cool, awesome compilation. Yeah, just happy to start filling in the collection of Wooden Stake. Also picked up this 7-inch EP that they had, Black Caped Carnivore. This material actually is on the compilation that I bought also, but at this point I'm filling in gaps and everything, so I wanted to get it. Number 130 of 500. Really like this art. There's Vanessa Nocera there, and then Electrocutioner, or Wayne. 2 tracks on this one. I'm not gonna, it's on black, so I need to pull it out for you. Yep, awesome stuff. You know, typical, cool, Wooden Stake, doomy goodness. So yeah, I only got 2 7-inch EPs to grab and a split with Druid Lord, and I will have Wooden Stake completed. I will probably maybe do all that soon, as I am kind of in the mood to do so, or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, Black Caped Carnivore by Wooden Stake. Alright, one final release to show you, and I sort of mentioned or alluded to this last week. Run the Jewels 3 by Run the Jewels. Yeah, just like the other ones, another awesome rap album from Killer Mike and LP. LP doing all the production as usual, you know, with some co-production help here and there. To be honest, the first 2 Run the Jewels albums I had long downloaded on my computer, so I listened to those ones tons of times. This one, which I think it came out like, I don't know, Christmas or like the day after Christmas or something like that, 2016. I only listened to this one like a couple times, so I was way less familiar with it than the other 2. But I've listened to it numerous times this week, and I actually think I kind of say that I think this is actually my favorite one. I think the productions overall are really strong, but I mean, all 3 albums were awesome. Favorite songs on this one: Talk to Me, Stay Gold, Panther Like a Panther featuring Trina, love Trina, Thursday in the Danger Room, another great track, Report to the Shareholders, Kill Your Masters featuring Zach De La Roca, formerly of oh my god, you know what I'm talking about. It's horrible that I'm blanking right now. Okay, I'm moving on because I suck. He actually had a feature on the last album too, on the song "Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck." Yeah, I've heard rumors that maybe Run the Jewels and Zach De La Roca will do an album together or something. I hope that comes to fruition, because that would be awesome. Because both songs that he's on are awesome. He has a very cool style and sound to his voice. CD comes in a the slip style like the other 2. Comes with and this one also comes with a poster of the album art. I like that they continue to go with the same trend, although no chain on this one. And then also this one came with some stickers. And this one actually has like a liner notes booklet with lyrics and stuff in it. Yeah, really like this one a lot. All their stuff's good. I'm happy to finally, not be a stupid person and finally have these albums. And I'm especially glad to pick this one up, seeing as that I hadn't really listened to it very much. And yes, I'm still trying to remember the name of that band. Man, I even have all their stuff. I don't know, I can't think of it. I'll post it below and you can all make fun of me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're familiar with any of these releases, please let me know what you think of them. And yeah.